This course is sponsored by Comcast NBC Universal. We would like to thank Comcast NBC Universal for the generosity in making this course possible.
I'm Meg O'Grady, and I'm the National Veterans Employment Manager at the Department of Labor Veterans Employment and Training Service, or VETS. As a proud Army veteran and former military spouse, I've been part of the military and veteran community for more than 30 years. In that time, I've been honored to support veterans, service members, and their families in a variety of roles in military healthcare, education, and employment. Having worked in both the private and public sector, building military transition and employer programs, I can assure you that you will see the value of hiring some of our nation's most talented assets, veterans who are goal-oriented, trained leaders. I'm honored to be here to present this course to you, and in my role at DOL, provide tools, resources, and programs to help you achieve the positive impact that veterans can have on your organization. Welcome to Creating a Veteran Hiring Program. You've learned some proven strategies for effective veteran hiring in PsychArmor's course of the same name for human resource professionals and employers. Today, I'd like to talk to you about some best practices in developing a successful veteran hiring program that will mentor, support, and retain your veteran hires. I look forward to sharing what I have learned in the process, and I hope you can apply some of these tips into your organization as you work to recruit, hire, support, and retain veterans. So, why do veterans make great hires? A, veterans have a strong work ethic. B, veterans are highly organized. C, veterans are problem solvers. Or D, all of the above. The answer, of course, is D. Okay, that was the easy part. Now for the hard part, doing the work to build a business case for your organization's effort to hire veterans, and then planning and launching a veteran hiring program. This course, three-part series, outlines the steps to building and maintaining a veteran hiring program in your company. There are 3 courses, or lessons, in total in this series, starting with this one, the business case. In this course, I'll talk to you about why hiring a veteran is good for your company. The next course, Strategic Recruitment, focuses on engaging stakeholders and partners within your business to support building a program to find and hire veterans. The final course in the series, Program Execution, is a step-by-step guide for ensuring that your veteran hiring program succeeds in recruiting top talent for vacant positions in your company. In basic training, we were taught that nothing is given, everything is earned. Military service members are trained to be multi-skilled leaders, strategic and creative thinkers, and disciplined employees. In the course of a military career, you learn to lead a team despite ever-changing landscapes that require agility, flexibility, and consistent skill development. To meet the mission, even in chaotic situations. To be effective at managing and leading, and to do it while navigating change. In addition, military members learn to be skilled in governance, statesmanship, and diplomacy, to understand diverse work environments, and to be adept at cross-functional and collaborative work. When you understand the skill sets that service members are taught, you can appreciate all of the attributes that they'll bring to your business. And this will help you make your business case in your organization. Veterans are decisive, and they work with integrity and character. They're confident and competent decision makers. In the military, they are taught to make rapid decisions and become prudent risk takers. They can be very innovative because they've been taught to figure out how to accomplish the mission, regardless of the challenges they face at home or abroad, during war or peacetime. Service members learn to adapt to changes and to hold themselves accountable. They're extremely team-focused. There is no greater teamwork training in the world than the training provided by the military. The military is a learning institution that produces professionally educated, lifelong learners. Service members are taught to be effective communicators so they can accomplish the mission they have been given. These are all skills that veterans bring to your business. For more tips and takeaways on making the business case at your organization, as well as taking it from veteran-friendly to Veteran Ready, we recommend reading Justin Constantine's book, From We Will to At Will, a handbook for veteran hiring, transitioning, and thriving in the workplace. I just talked about many of the individual attributes that veterans can offer to your company. I also want to tell you a little bit about the military's mission and culture, because when you recruit veterans, you're bringing in people who have been trained in a mission-driven environment and who come from a culture where meeting the objective is paramount. Military culture is mission-focused. When veterans approach your business, they will want to understand what their purpose is and what their goals are. They are accustomed to an environment where expectation is to perform at peak levels. They're disciplined, and military culture has trained them to think of service before self. Military culture has trained them to be agile and to take action in order to accomplish their mission. The military is focused on learning and training. The military is one of the most technologically advanced training institutions in the world. And when it comes to education, there's a strong emphasis on training and development. This is simply because in the military, people need to be able to perform at peak levels and to understand how their job fits into the larger goal of accomplishing the mission. Many veterans are accustomed to hands-on training, so once you launch your program, make sure you leverage opportunities for on-the-job and classroom training. It's important to know your audience. While veterans and service members share many characteristics that can benefit your organization, they still are a very diverse group. For example, a veteran is someone who has served as active duty military in the past. They may have just served for a few years, or they may have had a long military career spanning 20 or more years. There are thousands of jobs in the military that have a range of requirements and demands. Regardless of the type of job they had, many service members have trained for months or years to get specialty ratings in their occupational field and are true experts. A reservist is someone who can serve and get deployed at any time. They are considered part-time, reporting for military training at least once a month and at least 2 weeks of continuous duty each year. The National Guard and Air National Guard are part of the reserve components of the Army and the Air Force, respectively. The majority of National Guard soldiers and airmen hold a civilian job full-time while serving part-time as a National Guard member. See our course, Hiring and Retaining Veterans, National Guard, and Reserve Personnel, narrated by the Honorable Patrick Murphy, for a deeper dive. Transitioning service members are men and women who have left active duty military service and are moving into the civilian workforce, or who are preparing to leave active duty within the next year or so. Then, of course, there are the student veterans and recent graduates. A lot of service members who leave active duty use their GI Bill to go to school. If you have a campus recruitment program, you'll want to make sure that you tap into that market as well. Student veterans are ready for business and ready to work in the civilian workforce. The transition while they were in school has helped them, and they understand learning, so education is key in that regard. So, when a service member comes to you and they have a degree after service, this is an experienced hire. Why hire veterans? Well, it's good for your company. Studies have shown that veterans are more productive and have higher retention rates than their civilian counterparts. Research conducted by the Institute for Veterans and Military Families at Syracuse University published a brief drawing from academic literature that suggests a robust, specific, and compelling case for hiring veterans that looks beyond the cliches and shows ROI to help motivate your team to invest in this population. The Society for Human Resource Management also recognizes that veterans are valuable members of our workforce. Their Veterans at Work initiative was built to help human resources professionals attract, hire, and retain members of the military and veteran community. In SHRM's Veteran Hiring Guidebook, you will find very helpful, evidence-based support for creating your own veteran hiring program. The key to leveraging veteran talent is to identify what a job seeker brings to each workplace and how employers can leverage those unique skills to achieve a competitive advantage. This approach requires employers to assess themselves in terms of both what they offer to veterans as employees and what they expect to gain by hiring veteran job seekers. My employer, DOL Vets, produced an employer guide to hiring veterans that also describes some common characteristics of veteran employees that can help you build your business case. When you decide to focus on hiring veterans, you will not only get a vetted, stellar employee, but you'll get a diverse one. Diversity is important in both recruiting and retention. It's no doubt that employers want to hire the best people for their company. While skills are a valuable asset in the workforce, diversity must be a priority as well. The U.S. military is arguably the most diverse workforce in America today. Fewer than 1% of our citizens serve, but that group is more diverse than most other organizations, companies, and entities in our country. Today's active duty military is smaller and more racially and ethnically diverse than the previous generations. The gender dynamics have also changed in the last 50 years, with more women serving in the military than ever before. Learn more in our course, Hiring and Retaining Women Veterans. There are numerous benefits to hiring veterans with disabilities as well. And yes, we have a course on that called Hiring and Retaining Veterans with Disabilities. We hope that you better understand how to make a solid business case for initiating a veterans hiring program at your company, organization, business, or firm. There are numerous reasons why hiring a veteran is good for business. Thank you for taking this lesson and this course. I can tell you from experience that you will get a good return of investment from hiring the brave men and women who have served our country. I hope you join us for the next lesson in this series, Strategic Recruitment. We will cover how to engage stakeholders and partners within the business to adapt and support veteran hires. We'll see you then.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about this important topic and about our nation's military, veterans, and their family members. If you have any questions about this course or need assistance, please visit the PsychArmor website or call the PsychArmor support line at 844-779-2427.